Water cycle test. Use this diagram to answer questions 1 through 6. Number 1. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 1? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Number 2. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 2? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Number 3. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 3? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Question 4. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 4? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Question 5. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 5? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Question 6. What part of the water cycle is happening at number 6? Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection, evapotranspiration, runoff. Use the diagram to answer questions 7, 8, and 9. Number 7. Which option best explains how rain forms? Ice crystals form in clouds and then fall all the way to the ground. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air, but refreeze before hitting the ground. Number 8. Which option best explains how snow forms? Ice crystals form in clouds and then fall all the way to the ground. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air, but refreeze before hitting the ground. Number 9. Which option best explains how sleet forms? Ice crystals form in clouds and then fall all the way to the ground. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air. Ice crystals form in clouds and then melt as they pass through a warm layer of air, but refreeze before hitting the ground. Number 10. An aquifer is a lake underground that you can swim in. True or false? Number 11. What causes water to evaporate? Water particles get too crowded, so they turn into a gas. The heat from the center of the earth causes water to turn into a gas. Heat from the sun causes water particles to speed up and spread apart, forming a gas. Water particles want to become clouds. Number 12. Where did the condensation on this can come from? From inside the can? From the water vapor in the air outside of the can? A child splashed water on the can? Scientists don't know. It's a mystery. Number 13. Study this image of the Amazon watershed. When water falls in this watershed, where will it most likely end up? The Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, Brazil, Venezuela. Number 14. What is the opposite of evaporation? Condensation, collection, precipitation. Number 15. Click on all the possible ways that water is collected on Earth. Oceans, rivers, lakes, on the moon, underground, glaciers, and ice caps. Number 16. When a liquid changes to a gas, it's called evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection. Number 17. When a gas changes to a liquid, it's called evaporation, condensation, precipitation, collection. Number 18. What percent of water on Earth is salt water? 100%, 97%, 90%, 0%. Number 19. Check 3 ways that fresh water can be found on Earth. Liquid water in rivers, lakes, streams, and underground. In the ocean. In the air as water vapor. Frozen solid in glaciers, ice caps, and snow. All right, use the hail diagram to answer questions 20 and 21. Number 20. According to the diagram above, how does hail form? Magic? A frozen water droplet is blown up into a cloud over and over again. Each time it forms more layers of ice and gets bigger and bigger. A hail ball combines with other hail balls to form very large hail. Or a frozen water droplet gathers layer of ice as it falls to the ground. Number 21. What is happening at number 4 in the diagram? A hail ball gets blown back up into the cloud where it gets even bigger. A hail ball is falling to Earth. A hail ball is falling through the cloud. A hail ball is breaking apart. Number 22. Which of the following best describes why more water flows into a river in Massachusetts in spring than in other seasons? The melting snow in spring causes more runoff. The high temperature in spring results in less rain. The high winds in spring cause the river water to be pushed faster. The low temperatures in spring cause less water to evaporate. Number 23. On a summer day, liquid water in the ocean will heat up and some will evaporate into a gas. Which model best shows evaporation? Hint, the model below shows a gas, a liquid, and a solid in that order. Right, so is it option 1, option 2, option 3, or option 4? Number 24. In what way do plants play a part in the water cycle? Plants die and decompose to give nutrients back to the soil. Plants make water. Water evaporates or transpires through the leaves of the plant. Trick question. Plants play no part in the water cycle. Number 25. Why does dew form on grass? Scientists still don't know. Plants absorb water through the roots and then come out of the leaves. It rained the night before, so the plants are wet. Water vapor in the air condenses onto plants.